Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shadow flux turning in a dread front bend. I've been carving through storms where the dark lines blend. If a king wanna roar in a weak man's end, I'll fold his pride in a torque I lend. Dominion pulse rising in a steel-born climb. I've been bending every fate in a breakneck rhyme. If I ever wanna chase in a novice time, I'll crush his truth in a shadow prime. Taut line spitting in a cold front turn. I've been shaping home mist where the deep wolves burn. If they follow my path in a step unlearned, I'll grind their name in a dreadborn churn. Taut line spinning in a cold front turn. I've been shaping home mist where the deep wolves burn. If they follow my path in a step unlearned, I'll grind their name in a dreadborn churn. Shadow flux toward dominion, boys stand clear. If you cross my wave, you be stripped right here. I don't spare weak fools, I don't crown no peer. One twist from me and your fate turns gear. Yeah. Shadow flux toward dominion, feel my sway. I can break your truth in a steel-born way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I crush whole kings in a torque obey. Torque obey. Flux gold cracking in a deep cut spin. I've been slicing down lies with a gear-bone grin. If a cowboy wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a talk fed in. Dominion fled, twisting in a war set glow. I've been tearing through fate in a shadow flow. If they pray for a break when the gears unload, I'll drown their hope in a dread torque glow. Shadow eruption in a fault line turn. I've been forging whole rules with a dim lights burn. If they mimic my step in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth and still return. Shadow flux toward dominion, boys stand clear. If you cross my wave, you be stripped right here. I don't spare weak fools, I don't crown no peer. One twist from me and your fate turns gear. Yeah. Shadow flux toward dominion, feel my sway. I can break your truth in a stillborn way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I crush whole kings in a torque obey. Torque obey. Torque obey.
Yo, 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 yo. Neon grave, humming in the dead light glow. I'm carving through fate with the night streams flow. If a king wanna roar in a weak man show, I'll fold his truth in a halo blow. Of a strike cracking in a voltage climb. I've been bending every myth in a war-born rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a neon prime. Halo flesh spinning in a dread front bend. I've been tearing whole storms where the shadows end. If they follow my path, then the fools pretend I'll scatter their reign in the grave descend.
Neon grave over strike halo, boy don't blink. If you touch my light, you'll forget your link. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let souls sting. One spark from me and your fear turns pain. Neon grave over strike halo, feel my shine. I can cut your truth in a God-born line. If you challenge my reign on a dread front spine, I break hope kings in a neon shrine.
Grave line, cooking in a heat wave spin. I've been slicing down lies with a chrome-born grin. If a cowboy wanna talk in a trembling din, I'll crush his breath in a halo sin. Neon front rising in a midnight phase. I've been bending every fate in a laser maze. If they pray for a break when the light rays blaze, I'll drown their hope in another strike case. Halo coil echo when the war path turn. I've been forging whole laws with the bright flames burn. If they mimic my step in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a neon return.
Neon grave over strike halo, boy don't blink. If you touch my light, you'll forget your link. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let souls think. One spark from me and your fear turns pain. Neon grave over strike halo, feel my shine. I can cut your truth in a God-born line. If you challenge my reign on a dread front spine, I break cold kings in a neon shrine.
Hey, that's someone that bow. But be nobody. The drift rising in a dead-born gleam. I've been carving through fate in a dreadland stream. If a king wanna roar with a half-cut dream, I'll split his vein in an oracle beam. Machine pulse humming in a fault front climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll fold this truth in a rift core prime. Oracle flare, turning in a bloodlit turn. I've been shaping whole laws where the deep waves burn. If they follow my path in a step unearned, I'll crack their crown in a prophecy churn. Practical machine, boy don't speak. If you shake too hard, you'll be gone next week. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't guard the meek. One scan from me and your future leaks. Blood drift oracle machine, read my sign. I can pull your truth from a rift cut line. If you challenge my brain in a fate divine, I break cold kings in a prophecy's spine. Rift line cracking in a dread wave glow. We'll be slicing down lies in a deep blood flow. If a cowboy wanna speak with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a red shift low. Oracle coil, bending in the dead front phase. I've been tearing through fate in a blood-born maze. If they pray for a break when the rifts upraise, I'll drown their hope in a prophecy haze. Machine echo, cutting in a fault line turn. I've been forging whole worlds where the red fires burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a vision return. Blood drift oracle machine, boy don't speak. If you shake too hard, you'll be gone next week. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't guard the meek. One scan from me and your future leaks. Blood drift oracle machine, read my sign. I can pull your truth from a rift cut line. If you challenge my reign in a fate divine, I break cold kings in a prophecy spine. Be nobody down. Be nobody down. Be nobody down.
It'll call me on the trite way.
Yeah. God spike tearing in a dreadbone gleam. I've been carving through fate like a war god dream. If a king wanna roar with a half-made scheme, I'll fold his crown in a riot beam. Manifold humming in a split line phase. I've been bending every path in a shockwave maze. If a rival wanna chase in a novice blaze, I'll tear his truth in a God spike haze. Right from resin in a glare cut climb. I've been twisting whole myths in a breakneck rhyme. If they track my steps in a novice time, I'll scatter their brain in a manifold prime.
God spike, right, a manifold boy, kneel clean. If you cross my line, you'll be split unseen. I don't spare weak pride, I don't crown no queen. One spark from me and your soul turns lean. God spike, right, a manifold, feel my rise. I can crush your truth with a God-born slice. If you challenge my reign in a war too wise, I break whole kings in a manifold vice.
Spike flare cracking in a holy shift roll. I've been slicing down doubt in a thunder soul. If a coward wanna speak with a faith too cold, I'll mute his breath in a riot fold. Gold line burning in a dread past spin. I've been forging whole storms with a warlord grin. If they pray for a break when the sparks begin, I'll drown their hope in a manifold din. Right core ripping in a halo set turn. I've been bending every fate to the weak unlearned. If they mimic my step in a novice burn, I'll fold their myth in a spike return.
God spike, right, a manifold boy, kneel clean. If you cross my line, you'll be split unseen. I don't spare weak pride, I don't crown no queen. One spark from me and your soul turns lean. God spike, right, a manifold, feel my rise. I can crush your truth with a God-born slice. If you challenge my reign in a war too wise, I break whole kings in a manifold vice.
Shadow flux turning in a dread front bend. I've been carving through storms where the dark lines blend. If a king wanna roar in a weak man's end, I'll fold his pride in a torque island. Dominion pulse rising in a stillborn climb. I've been bending every fate in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll crush his truth in a shadow prime. Torque line spinning in a cold front turn. I've been shaping whole mist where the deep was burned. If they follow my path in a step unlearned, I'll grind their name in a dreadborn churn. Tear it all brand Camden, Indian voice stand clear. If you cross my wave, you be stripped right here. I don't spare weak wills, I don't crown no peer. One twist from me and your fate turns gear.
Slug dominion and feel my sway. I can break your truth in a stillborn way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I crush whole kings in a talk array. Slug dominion and feel my sway. I can break your truth in a stillborn way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I crush whole kings in a talk obey.
Flux core cracking in a deep cut spin. I've been slicing down lies with a gear-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a torque-fed din. Thinking if that twin in a war-sick glow, I've been tearing through fate in a shadow flow. If they pray for a break when the gears unload, I'll drown their hope in a dread talk blow. Shed eruption in a fault line turned. I've been forging whole rules with the dim lights burn. If they mimic my step in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a steel return.
Shadow flux torque dominion, voice stand clear. If you cross my way to the strip right here, I don't spare weak wills, I don't crown no peer. One twist from me and your fate turns gear. Flux torque dominion, feel my sway. I can break your truth in a stillborn way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I'll crush whole kings in a talk away. Flux torque dominion, feel my sway. I can break your truth in a stillborn way. If you challenge my reign in a dark array, I'll crush whole kings in a torque obey.
Yeah. Set of core rising in a halo-born spin. I've been carving through storms with a godlike grin. If a king wanna roar in a mortal skin, I'll split his crown in a static sin. Ram wave humming in a dread front climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll fold his reign in a seraph prime. Static flare breaking in a heavy cut turn. I've been shaping whole fates with a bright flames burn. If they follow my trace in a path unlearned, I'll crack their truth in a volt line churn.
Seraph core static grin, boy, don't rise. If you touch my light, you'll forget your ties. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't pardon cries. One glare from me and your hope just dies. Seraph core static grin, feel my break. I can tear your truth in a holy quake. If you challenge my reign in the path I make, I shatter whole kings in a light stone wake.
Static coil bending in a voltage phase. I've been slicing down lies in a halo haze. If a cowboy wanna speak in a trembling days, I'll mute his breath in a seraph blaze. Red front rising in a flare cut wheel. I've been twisting whole storms in a dreadborn steel. If they pray for a break when the lights reveal, I'll drown their faith in a volt line seal. Seraph echo tearing in a godfire spin. I've been forging new laws with a warlord grin. If they mimic my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a heaven den.
Seraph core static grin, boy don't rise. If you touch my light, you'll forget your ties. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't parting cries. One glare from me and your hope just dies. Seraph core static grin, feel my break. I can tear your truth in a holy quake. If you challenge my reign in the path I make, I shatter whole kings in a light storm wake.
Hey, pay. Woo. Yeah. Hey, pay. Hey, pay, hey, pay, hey, pay. Woo. Circuit my spinning in a fault line real. I've been carving through cold with a predator steel. If a king wanna roll with a crown unreal, I'll fold his pride in a phantom peel. Divide from humming in a dead zone climb. I've been betting every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll shred his reign in a circuit prime. Phantom coil twisting in a glare front turn. I've been shaping whole face with a deep boss burn. If they follow my pace in a path unlearned, I'll crack their truth and a vibe return. Circuit off into the vibe, boy don't run. If you cross my grid, you'll be overdone. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't got no one. One glitch from me and your fate's undone. Circuit off into the vibe, feel my split. I can carve your truth where the ghost born bed. If you challenge my reign in a dreadlit pit, I break cold kings in the voltage fit. Marlene cracking in a cold front sway. I've been slicing down lies in a 0 day. If a cowboy wanna talk in a trembling way, I'll mute his breath in a phantom gray. Circuit flare bending in a dread path spin. I've been twisting every fate with a wide-bone grin. If they pray for a break when the rains begin, I'll drown their hope in a split-line din. Divide a rupturing in a voltage turn. I've been forging new laws with a deep coast burn. If they mimic my step in a novice turn, I'll fold their crown in a phantom churn.
Circuit off into the vibe, boy don't run. If you cross my grid, you'll be overdone. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't got no one. One glitch from me and your fate's undone. Circuit off into the vibe, feel my split. I can carve your truth with a ghost born bit. If you challenge my reign in the dreadlit pit, I break cold kings in a voltage fit.
Yo, Kizo gave me ill.
This flare burning in a dead wave climb. I've been carving through fate in a void born rhyme. If a king wanna roar in immortal time, I'll fold his truth on the lattice prime. Kill grid humming in a fault line spin. I've been slicing whole storms with a predator grin. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice sin, I'll break his crown in a flare cut din. Lattice core rising in the shadow set turn. I've been forging whole mist with a deep lights burn. If they follow my path in a step unlearned, I'll scatter their hope and a kill return.
Purpose like kill, at this boy don't crawl. If you breathe too loud, you will start to fall. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no call. One glare from me and your fate turns small. Purpose like kill, I just feel my reign. I can carve your truth in a void line chain. If you challenge my throne in a dreadborn plane, I break whole kings in a deep restraint.
Mr. Land cracking in the heat front roll. I've been slicing down lies in a deadlight soul. If a cowboy wanna speak with a trembling roll, I'll mute his breath in the lattice hole. Kill flare bending in a cold flesh spin. I've been twisting every fate with a void burn grin. If they pray for a break when the grids begin, I'll drown their hope in a shadow skin. Lattice echo ripping in a dread run climb. I've been shaping whole laws in a killborn prime. If they mimic my step in a novice rhyme, I'll fold their myth in a flare cut time.
Purpose like kill, at this boy don't crawl. If you breathe too loud, you will start to fall. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no call. One glare from me and your fate turns small. Purpose like kill, I just feel my reign. I can carve your truth in a void line chain. If you challenge my throne in a dreadborn plane, I break whole kings in a deep restraint.
Like, girls to water fest, divas. Hey, yeah. I'm crash breaking in a warpath gleam. I've been carving through storms with a stillborn scheme. If a king wanna roar with a half-built dream, I'll fold his reign in a warlord's dream. Steam a pulse humming in a dread front climb. I've been betting every law in a killborn rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his fate in a tactic prime. Warlord core rising in a battlefront turn. I've been shaping whole mist with a hot shells burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll crush their truth in a strategy churn.
I'm crash warlords, keep my boys stand still. If you twitch too hard, you'll betray your will. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no thrill. One code from me and your post goes nil. I'm crash warlords, keep my film, my plan, yeah. I can carve your truth like a stillborn scan. If you challenge my reign as a lesser man, I break cold kings with a war chorus band, ayy.
I'm burst tearing in a force that spin. I've been shredding every lie with a warpath grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'm mute as breath in a tactic then. Scheme of flare bending in a cold front phase. I've been warping whole worlds in a dreadborn maze. If they pray for a break when the volts upraise, I'll drown their hope in a battle blaze. Warlord, echo striking in a steel cut turn. I've been forging new laws where the fault lines burn. Keeping my pace in a novice turn. I'll fold their pride in a war court churn.
I'm crash warlords, keep my boys stand still. If you twitch too hard, you'll betray your will. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no thrill. One code from me and your pulse goes nil. I'm crash warlords, keep my film, my plan, yeah, yeah. I can carve your truth like a stillborn skin. If you challenge my brain as a lesser man, I'll break cold kings with a war chorus band.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, neon grave, humming in a deadlight glow. I've been carving through fate with a nice stream flow. If a king wanna roar in a weak man show, I'll fold this truth in a halo blow. Overstrike cracking in a voltage climb. I've been betting every myth in a war-born rhyme. If a robber wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a neon prime. Halo flare spinning in a dread front bend. I've been tearing those storms where the shadows end. If they follow my path and the fools pretend, I'll scatter their rain in a grave descent. Wah, 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 yeah.
Neon grave overstrike, halo boy, don't blink. If you touch my leg, you'll forget your lane. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let souls think. One spark from me and your fear turns pain. Neon grave overstrike, halo, feel my shine. I can cut your truth in a God-born line. If you challenge my reign on a dread front spine, I'll break whole kings in a neon shrine.
Yeah, grave line quaking in a heat wave spin. I've been slicing down lies with a chrome-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling din, I'll crush his breath in a halo sin. Neon from rising in a midnight phase. I've been bending every fate in a laser maze. If they pray for a break when the light rays blaze, I'll drown their hope in an overstrike haze. Halo core echo when a warpath turn. I've been forging whole laws with a bright flames burn. If they mimic my step in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a near return.
Neon grave overstrike, halo boy. Neon grave overstrike, halo boy, don't blink. If you touch my light, you'll forget your link. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let souls think. One spark from me and your fear turns pain. Neon grave overstrike, halo, feel my shine. I can't cut your truth in a God-born line. If you challenge my reign on a dread front spine, I break whole kings in the neon shrine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Got spike tearing in a dreadbone gleam. I've been carving through fate like a war god dream. If a king wanna roar with a half-made scheme, I'll fold his crown in a riot beam. Manifold humming in a split line phase. I've been bending every path in a shockwave maze. If a robber wanna chase in a novice blaze, I'll tear his truth in a god spike haze. Right front rising in a glare cut climb. I've been twisting whole miss in a breakneck rhyme. If they track my steps in a novice time, I'll scatter their rain in a manifold prime.
That spike riot manifold, boy, kneel clean. If you cross my line, you'll be split unseen. I don't spare weak pride, I don't crown no queen. One spark from me and your soul turns lean. Got spike riot manifold, feel my rise. I can crush your truth with a God-born slice. If you challenge my reign in a war too wise, I break whole kings in a manifold vibe.
Spike flare cracking in a holy shift roll. I've been slashing down doubt in the third of soul. If a coward wanna speak with a fate too cold, I'll mute his breath in a riot fold. God line burning in a dread past spin. I've been forging whole storms with a warlord grin. If they pray for a break when the sparks begin, I'll drown their hope in a manifold din. Rock core ripping in a halo set turn. I've been bending every fate to the weak unlearned. If they mimic my step in a novice burn, I'll fold their myth in a spike return.
Got spike riot manifold, boy, kneel clean. If you cross my line, you'll be split unseen. I don't spare weak pride, I don't crown no queen. One spark from me and your soul turns lean. Got spike riot manifold, feel my rise. I can crush your truth with a God-born slice. If you challenge my reign in a war too wise, I break whole kings in a manifold vice.
Yeah, ayy. Ay, still more spinning in the phone line real. I've been carving through cold with a predator still. If a king wanna roll with a crown unreal, I'll fold this pride in a phantom pill. Divide front humming in the dead zone climb. I'm embedding every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If I ever wanna chase in a novice time, I'll shred his brain in the circuit prime. Then I'm quick twisting in the glare front turn. I've been shaping whole face with the deep volts burn. If they follow my pace in a path unlearned, I'll crack their truth and the vibe return.
Circuit more phantom divide, boy, don't run. If you cross my grid, you'll be overdone. I don't spare weak cards, I don't got no one. One glitch from me and your fate's undone. Circuit more phantom divide, feel my split. I can carve your truth with a ghost bomb bit. If you challenge my reigning in the dreadly bowl. Kings in a voltage fit. I break cold kings in a voltage fit. Lean, cracking in a cold front sway. I've been slicing down lies in a 0 day. If a cowboy wanna talk in a trembling way, I'll mute his breath in a phantom gray. Circuit flare bending in a dread past spin. I've been twisting every fate with a wide ring grin. If they pray for a break when the realms begin, I'll drown their hope in a split line din. Divide a corruption in a voltage turn. I've been forging new laws with a deep codes burn. If they mimic my step in an office turn, I'll fold their crown in a phantom churn. Circuit more phantom divide, boy, don't run. If you cross my grid, you'll be overdone. I don't spare weak cards, I don't got no one. One glitch from me and your fate's undone. Circuit more phantom divide, feel my split. I can carve your truth with a ghost born bit. If you challenge my reigning in a jello, play coke in a voltage fit. I break cold kings in a voltage fit.
That's strong. Warfare rising in the deadline spin. I've been covering through realms with a war burn grin. If a king wanna roar in a novice skin, I'll split his truth in a blade cut sin. Partition humming in a fall front climb. I've been breaking every rule in a dreadborn rhyme. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice time, I'll fold his reign in a war front prime. Blade flare bending in a 0 line turn. I've been shaping home mist where the heat waves burn. If they follow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scorch their fate in a fever churn.
Whatever late partition, boy beware. If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me, and you're gone nowhere. Whatever blade partition, feel my heat. I can carve your truth in a warped up beat. If you challenge my reign in a deadline sheet, I break whole kings in a fever seat.
We cracking in a red turn glow. I've been slicing through doubt in the fate below. If a cowboy wanna speak when the dread winds blow, I'll mute his breath in a 0 snow. Blade coils twisting in a fever scorched phase. I've been tearing down lies in a warp cut haze. If they pray for a break when the sparks upraise, I'll drown their hope in a thermal blaze. Partition echo in a realm shift spin. I've been forging whole paths with a predator grin. If they mid my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a war-born din.
Whatever late partition, boy beware. If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me, and you're gone nowhere. Whatever blade partition, feel my heat. I can carve your truth in a warped up beat. If you challenge my reign in a deadline sheet, I break whole kings in a fever seat.
Up this flare burning in a dead wave time. I've been carving through fate in a void born rhyme. If a king wanna roar in a mortal time, I fold his truth in a lattice prime. Kill grid humming in a fault line spin. I've been slicing whole storms with a predator grin. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice sin, I'll break this crown in a flare cut din. Lattice core rising in the shadows set turn. I've been forging whole mist with a deep lights burn. If they follow my path in a step unlearned, I'll scatter their hope in a kill return.
I'll flick a lattice, boy, don't crawl. If you breathe too loud, you will start to fall. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no call. One glare from me and your face turns small. Devils feel my reign. I can carve your truth in a void line chain. You challenge my throne in a dreadborn plane. I break cold kings in a deep restraint. Break cold kings in a deep restraint. Break cold kings in a deep restraint. Abyss line candid in the heat front hole. I've been slicing down lies in the deadlight soul. If a cowboy wanna speak with a trembling roll, I'll mute his breath in a lattice hole. Kill flare bending in a cold flash spin. I've been twisting every fate with a void born grin. If they pray for a break when the grids begin, I'll drown their hope in a shadow skin. Lattice echo ripping in a dread run climb. I've been shaping whole laws in a killborn prime. If they mimic my step in a novice rhyme, I'll fold their myth in a flare cut time. If kill lattice, boy don't crawl. If you breathe too loud, you will start to fall. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no call. One glare from me and your fate turns small. Lattice feel my reign. I can carve your truth in a void line chain. You challenge my throne in a dreadborn plane. I break cold kings in a deep restraint.
Yeah, blood drip frozen in a dead bone gleam. I've been carving through fate in a dreadline stream. If a king wanna roar with a half-cut dream, I'll split his reign in an oracle beam machine. Post humming in a forefront climb. I've been bidding every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rapper wanna chase in a novice time, I'll fold his truth in a riff core prime. Oracle flare, turning in a bloodlit turn. I've been shaping whole laws with a deep waves burn. If they follow my path and a step unlearned, I'll crack their crown in a prophecy churn. Blood earth over gushing. Boy, don't speak. If you shake too hard, you'll be gone next week. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't guard the meek. One scan from me and your future leaks. Blood drip like a machine, read my sign. I can pull your truth from a riff cut line. If you challenge my reign in a fate divine, I break whole kings in a prophecy spine. Yeah, riff line cracking in a dread wave glow. I've been slicing down lies in a deep blood flow. If a coward wanna speak with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a redshift flow. Oracle coil, bending in a dead front phase. I've been tearing through fate in a bloodborne maze. If they pray for a break when the rift's up praise, I'll drown their hope in a prophecy haze. Machine echo, cutting in a fault line turn. I've been forging whole worlds with a red fires burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice turn, I'll fold them myth in a vision return. Machine, boy, don't speak. If you shake too hard, you'll be gone next week. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't guard the meek. One scan from me and your future leaks. Machine, boy, don't speak. If you shake too hard, you'll be gone next week. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't guard the meek. One scan from me and your future leaks.
Oh, dang.
I don't crash, breaking a warpath gleam. I've been carving through storms with a stillborn scheme. If a king wanna roar with a half-built dream, I'll fold his reign in a warlord's dream. Scheme a pulse, humming in a dread front climb. I've been bending every lord when a killborn rhyme. If a robber wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his fate in a tactic prime. Warlord core rising in the battlefront turn. I've been shaping whole myths with a hot shells burn. If they shadow my step in the path unlearned, I'll crush their truth in a strategy turn. Warlords, come on boy, stand still. If you twitch too hard, you'll betray your will. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no thrill. One code for me and your pulse goes nil. I don't crash, warlord scheme, I'll feel my plan. I could carve your truth like a stillborn scan. If you challenge my reign as a lesser man, I break whole kings with a war course span. I don't crash, warlord scheme, I'll feel my plan. I could carve your truth like a stillborn scan. If you challenge my reign as a lesser man, I break whole kings with a war course. I don't rise, tearing in a force head spin. I've been shredding every lie with a warpath grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a tactic then. Scheme a flare, bending in a cold front phase. I've been whooping whole worlds in a dreadborn maze. If they pray for a break when the bolts up praise, I'll drown their hope in a battle blaze. Warlord echo striking in a steel cut turn. I've been forging new laws where the fault lines burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their pride in a war court churn. I don't crash, warlord scheme a boy, stand still. If you twitch too hard, you betray your will. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no thrill. One code from me and your pulse goes nil. I don't crash, warlord scheme, I feel my plan. I could carve your truth like a stillborn scan. If you challenge my reign as a lesser man, I break whole kings with the war course span. War course span.
No pulse set creeping in the deadline hum. I've been carving through silence with a voice going numb. If a king wanna roar with a tone too dumb, I'll fold his reign in a zero sum. Echo mark twisting in a warped out climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rapper wanna chase in a novice time, I'll tear his truth in a newborn prime. Titan wave breaking in a deadlight turn. I've been shaping whole fates where the shadows burn. If they follow my path and a step unlearned, I'll crush their crown in an echo churn.
No pause, echo tyranny, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too loud, you will never leave. I don't spare weak pride, I don't let souls grieve. One pulse from me and your truth unweaves. No pause, echo tyranny.
Feel my reign, I can wipe
Your name in the
void line chain. If
you transgress my rule in the dead bowl lane. I break whole kings in the net gold drain.
Pulse void cracking in a dreadborn reel. I've been slicing down doubt with a numb cut steel. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling feel, I'll silence his breath in a no bounce seal. Echo flare bending in a forefront spin. I've been tearing through fate with a void-born grin. If they pray for a break when the phase begin, I'll drown their hope in the net goes dim. Carbon core rising in a cold front rise. I've been forging whole laws with a deadlight lies. If they mimic my step in a novice guise, I'll fold their myth in a zero reprise.
No pause, echo tyranny, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too loud, you will never leave. I don't spare weak pride, I don't let souls grieve. One pulse from me and your truth unweaves. No pause, echo tyranny.
feel my reign, I can wipe
Your name in the
void line chain. If
you
you
transgress my
heart fever rising in the deadline spin. I've been carving through realms with a war-born grin. If a king wanna roar in a novice skin, I split his truth in a blade cut sin. Partition humming in a fall front climb. I've been breaking every rule in a dread-born rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I fold his reign in a warp front prime. Blade flare bending in a zero line turn. I've been shaping whole mist where the heat waves burn. If they follow my step in the path unlearned, I'll scorch the fade in a fever churn.
If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me and you're gone nowhere. If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me and you're gone nowhere.
Warfare blend, cracking in a red turn glow. I've been slicing through doubt in a fate below. If a coward wanna speak when the dread winds blow, I'll mute his breath in a zero snow. Blade coil twisting in a fever scorched face. I've been tearing down lies in a warp cut haze. If they pray for a break when the sparks upraise, I'll drown their hope in a thermal blaze. Partition echo in a realm shift spin. I've been forging whole paths with a predator grin. If they mimic my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a war-born den.
If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me and you're gone nowhere. If you If you cross my line, you'll split mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One slash from me and you're gone nowhere.
No pulse who creep in the deadline home. I've been carving through silence with a voice going numb. If a king wanna roll with a tone too dumb, I'll fold his reign in a zero sum. Echo one twisting in a warped out climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll tear his truth in a no-born prime. Turning wave breaking in a deadlight turn. I've been shaping whole face where the shadows burn. If they follow my path and a step unlearned, I'll crush their crown in an echo churn.
Boy, don't breathe. If you shake too loud, you will never leave. I don't spare weak pride, I don't let souls grieve. One pulse from me and your truth unweaves. No political tyranny, feel my reign. I can wipe your name in a void line chain. If you challenge my rule in a deadbolt lane, I'll break whole kings in an echo dream.
Pulse void, cracking in a dreadborn real. I've been slicing down doubt with a numb cut steel. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling feel, I'll silence his breath in a no-bound seal. Echo flare bending in a far front spin. I've been tearing through fate with a void-born grin. If they pray for a break when the fades begin, I'll drown their hope in an echo's den. Tyrant core rising in a cold front rise. I've been forging whole laws where the deadlight lies. If they mimic my step in a novice guise, I'll fold their myth in a zero prize.
No post-echo tyranny, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too loud, you will never leave. I don't spare weak pride, I don't let souls grieve. One pulse from me and your truth unweaves. No post-echo tyranny, feel my reign. I can wipe your name in a void line chain. If you challenge my rule in a deadbolt lane, I break whole kings in an echo drain.
Yeah. Seraph core rising in a halo-born spin. I've been carving through storms with a godlike grin. If a king wanna roar in a mortal skin, I'll split his crown in a static sin. Ram wave humming in a dread front climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll fold his reign in a seraph prime. Static flare breaking in a heaven cut turn. I've been shaping whole fates with a bright flames burn. If they follow my trace in a path unlearned, I'll crack their truth in a vote line churn.
And of course, static grin, boy, don't rise. If you touch my light, you'll forget your ties. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't pardon cries. One glare from me and your hope just dies. And of course, static grin,
Feel my break.
don't rise. If you touch my light,
Even tell your truth in a holy quake. If you challenge my reign in the path I make, I shatter whole kings in a light storm wake.
one glare from me.
I shatter whole kings in a light storm wake. Static core bending in a voltage phase. I've been slicing down lies in a halo haze. If a coward wanna speak in a trembling days, I'll mute his breath in a seraph blaze. Ren firm rising in a flare cut wheel. I've been twisting whole storms in a dreadborn steel. If they pray for a break when the lights reveal, I'll drown their faith in a vote line seal. Seraph echo tearing in a godfight spin. I've been forging new laws with a warlord grin. If they mimic my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a heaven den.
There of course, static grin, boy, don't rise. If you touch
touch my light, you'll forget your ties. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't pardon cries. One glare from me and your hope just died. Earth core static grid.
Feel my break.
If you touch my light,
I can take a truth in a holy quake. If you challenge my brain in the path I make, I shatter whole kings in a light storm wake.
one glare from me.
I shatter whole kings in a light storm wake.